welcome Mr. Keith Adams to our Lincoln Leavers podcast. I wanted to take just a few minutes this afternoon to allow you to share some of the reasons that you joined Senior Life and what the differences between us at Senior Life and Lincoln. And there's no better individuals to tell that but the ones that spent a long time at Lincoln, like myself.
Mm-hmm.
But Keith joined Senior Life just a little over 2 years ago. And you're doing a lot of big things, and I know you've got a lot of big dreams, and I can't wait to see you continue to grow your business. I will say this, and then I'm going to turn it over to you. The month-end checks just keep climbing for everybody, and that's an exciting part of the business also. So,
yes.
Keith, why don't you tell me and the audience what you see are the major differences between Senior Life and Lincoln Heritage?
I guess I probably should just start from, if I could, kind of from the beginning to kind of set the foundation of it to kind of make it more sense instead of just
you got it.
Of course, being new to insurance, never dreamed of being a life insurance agent. You know, my background was law enforcement and military, and never dreamed of being an insurance agent. Never played it as a little kid. You know, I played cops and robbers, and I became the cop. But finding life insurance and being new to it, it was more of all you know is all you know. And so, which Lincoln was a good company and had good leadership, but it's not until you know, all you know is all you know. So even if it was another company at that time, you always thought that you had the best thing it was, until, you know, you start, you know, taking the blinders off and looking at other successors that are going on around you. Of course, Lincoln being a territorial company, for my first 2 years in the business, we only had one state, and you know, that was the state of Alabama. And with the money that we were making out of one state, you know, we thought we were doing very well. Then by the time we left Lincoln, we were up to 4 states. I flew to Michigan numerous of times just to go work in the field, you know, which was crazy. You know, being in the snow. I'm a Florida boy. You know, you saw all that daggone snow. That's crazy. And I was just thinking that it got to be a better way. You know, this stuff is crazy. So finding Senior Life, well, my wife finding Senior Life, and being introduced to and coming to the table. You know, I remember the first day we met. You know, I was like, you can pick me up on the jet. I was like, man, let's go. You know, I'm sold. But being able to not be territorialized, you know, not being limited to areas you can work, areas that you can recruit, you know, not having to turn down clients or, you know, potential clients because of health conditions. You know, so much money was left on the table at Lincoln because, you know, you couldn't sign up, you know, HIV or AIDS. You couldn't sign up anybody in a nursing facility. So it's just so much money being left on the table. And not only being here, not only can get licensed in just about every state in the U.S., you know, without a few, but being able to write anybody, you know. So I think that's one of the biggest difference. And, you know, we're not going to talk about the leads away, you know, that you can just sit here and, you know, I was bougie for the first, year and a half over here. I got brand new. I just act like I wasn't a real insurance agent anymore. I just sit here all day long. But just recently, I just actually got in the trenches and started doing, outbound calls again, because that's really the nature of the business. Because if that leads away ever go down or something happens, what are you going to do? And most of the agents that we train, of course, are on outbound calls, not inbound calls. So I think that's the the great thing, and the difference that I love of being not, don't have any boundaries, that you allow us to be able to write and recruit anywhere we want to go.
Lincoln is a great company. I worked there many years, and I loved every day that I was there, until the day that I was told that all that mattered was production. Loyalty didn't mean anything. And, that day I quit. Actually, I quit in my head that day. But, when you start talking about opportunities, the biggest problem comparing Senior Life to Lincoln is no matter where you're at Lincoln, you're always going to be stuck under somebody. You could be doing 3 times the amount of business that the regional director's doing, and you're still going to be stuck under that individual.
Correct.
Or more than one individuals. And, I've always believed in, if you're Michael Jordan, pay me that way.
Correct.
And that's the setup that we have. We have a better product portfolio. We have a better lead platform. Our Slice app continues to get better, especially with this new text to sign that's being launched here real soon. That's going to even take us to another whole level. We're way more creative. We're way more innovative. You take our legacy program, you add everything that we've got together, we've got a great package. And I like to tell people, we may not have the best at everything, but when you lay out there anything comparing to us, there's really no comparison right now. Keith, let me ask you, how many years did you work at Lincoln Heritage?
8 years. No,
8 years.
No, 6 years. 6 or 7 years.
Okay, we'll just say 6.
Yes.
I would be very surprised if the month-end check that you still get from there is very high. And the reason that I know it's not very high is that your renewals are so low, and the leadership has took the renewals out for the people that's making it happen. And, they talk about pay through all the time. We could talk about pay through too, because we have the same exact pay through. That's nothing but the unearned first year commission that you get paid. They don't want to talk about renewals. They don't want to talk about commission. They have this saying, commission doesn't matter. Well, if it doesn't matter, why don't the regional director give you his commission?
Right.
It does matter. Now, I do agree that it takes more than just the commission. But in the 6 to 7 years that you worked at Lincoln Heritage, how many times did the president call you up at your office or at your house and talk business with you? Never.
You never sent the jet. You never sent the jet either.
No, it was a fun time, wasn't it? Yeah, we got to do that again. That's, I think, with Steve Harvey, wasn't it, that weekend?
Yes.
Man, that was a great trip. We'd go out to the middle of Oklahoma into the sticks, and you got this nice casino, and then we had a good time with Steve Harvey, and we just had a good time just fellowshipping.
Yes.
The main difference, I believe, besides all what I just said, is that we're innovative and we're creative. And in May, this could be the month that we pass Lincoln in new production written on a weekly or monthly basis.
Yes.
we're right on those heels. And, I'm going to take some satisfaction from that because my leadership is the one that did it. But we're just getting started.
Yes, sir.
We're not even close to where we're going to be at 24 months from now, 36 months from now. I truly believe within the next 36 months, we'll be writing $400 or $500 million a year just in final expense premium. It's out there. And our system is so duplicatable, and we've got so many people that are fired up. Just like the comment, in 6 to 7 years, the president never calls you and talk business.
Right.
There's not many companies that you're going to have a direct line to talk to the president, or the president get out and come see you and go to a meeting or help you in whatever way. That's a difference that you can't put money on.
Correct.
But it is a difference, because if you're hurting in some kind of a way, I need to know about it.
Yes, sir.
Now, that doesn't mean I can fix every problem, because I can't. But it's people like yourself that make Senior Life better and different. And we've got the best leadership that we've ever had. Our production is talking louder than it ever has.
Yes.
And we're going to continue to grow. Lincoln's structure is designed for the regional director to win. And the other people really get peanuts. And I'm not saying you can't make it there, because you can. But if you're an entrepreneur and you want to build your own business, you cannot do it there. You're building somebody else's business. It's kind of like the franchises or the teams are already bought. They're already there. You're not going to create a new franchise. You're not going to be a new team owner. You're going to be stuck under one of those 5 or 6 people.
Right.
And what that does is it limits your opportunity. And I'm not a believer in limited anything. I'm a believer in, if you get the job done, pay me. And, I see what your pay through and renewals are paying now. I'm quite sure they're much higher than anything you ever got at Lincoln.
Much higher.
And, the Lincoln Leaders comment is really not to be meant to try to say anything negative about the company. What we're trying to do is show what the proof of the difference between the two.
Yes,
And I challenge anybody, just take a yellow piece of paper and put a line down the middle and compare us to them, us to them, us to them. We're better in most every area. They may be better in 1 or 2 areas, but we're better in 10 or 15.
It's a lot more people winning.
A lot more. And that's what it's about. Individuals like yourself winning, and you're committed, you're loving the business. And I just can't wait to see y'all continue to grow. I will tell you, just off of maybe this subject, the political races may hurt our lead some during that time. So, yeah, it's a good thing that you kind of adjust it a little bit. But listen, it's going to keep coming. You got to hit whatever ball that's thrown at you.
Yes, sir.
And sometimes you get a curve, sometimes you get a knuckle, sometimes you get it straight down the pipe.
Yes, sir.
And you can't be one of those people that can only hit a slow ball.
Correct.
You got to be able to hit any ball. And it's just exciting what I see you guys doing. I'm so happy that you all are happy. And when you're making money, you can be happy. And that's, at the end of the day, that's what you're doing.
Yes, sir. One of the jokes I said to myself when you text me and you said, great end of the month. And I was looking at the number that you text, and I was thinking like, what is Ron talking about? I didn't write that much business. I was like, I think he texted the wrong person. I was like, I didn't write that much business at the end of the month. So I'm even going back and looking on my production report. I'm like, where's he getting this number from? And then it was the Donald was like, man, you seen your pay through? I was like, what are you talking about? He was like, that number. And I was like, that's what Ron was talking about. And I went to my bank account. I was like, holy smokes.
Hey,
And then I
that's
just,
what you work hard for,
and then I,
you know,
I
and
got my little Lincoln check today.
you may can buy what, 2 bags of groceries with that. That's about right, isn't it?
Oh, that's so cute.
About 2 bags of groceries. That's about all you're gonna get.
It's a little bit more, but it's like not compared to what I'm getting here.
You know, think about in 6 years, and you can't look backwards. You know, we're just talking. Looking backwards won't get you anywhere. But think about 5 more years from now, what it will be for you at Senior Life. 7 more years, 10 more years. It's going to continue to increase. It's going to increase as much as the effort that you put in the business.
Correct.
And as long as you'll keep the fun in it and you can have a good time doing it, you can take care of people, the money just gets more and more and more. And, you know, I tell people, I couldn't even tell you what I make. I don't even know. And it don't really matter because I passed that years ago. And, you know, now it's about seeing others win. Senior Life, the value of Senior Life continue to grow, you know, and we're going to continue to be innovative.
Yes.
We're going to continue to improve. We're going to continue to listen to our leadership. And, you know, if we continue to work hard, we're all going to win.
Yes, sir.
And you need to be at a 7-figure number in the next 24 months.
Yes, sir. That is the plan. It's already
It's happening.
it's already written.
It's
It's already written down. Let me can see it.
1 million. Do it.
It's already written down.
You know, it is kind of interesting because, as I've said many times before, you can write out your business plan on what you've got to do to make $1 million a year.
Yes, sir.
And if you do those things, that will get you to that $1 million. But you've got to stay focused on the things that you can control.
Yes.
And anything that you can't control, do not let it get in your head.
Yes.
Because I can't control everything. But I can tell you what to fix any problem. And that's a sale.
It's an app.
You got a problem, you can make a sale and it'll change. It's like medication. You know, and when I was selling it, I get a natural high from making a sale, whether it's $30 a month or $200 a month. I get that same adrenaline. I like helping people, and it's just a high, and that high is what carries you to that next level.
Yes.
And if you don't get that, and you don't feel really sincere about helping people and making the kind of money to do what we do, it's incredible. I mean,
Yes, sir.
y'all you live in Jackson.
Yes, sir.
Is that correct? You know, I don't know what the state average income is in Mississippi, but I'm going to say it's probably low. So where can a man or woman go in Jackson, Mississippi, whether they got a college education or not, and get in a business that they can own and earn $1 million a year or more? Where's it at? There's not many out there. You know, I encourage any agent, no matter if they're in Mississippi or not, take advantage of this opportunity.
Yes.
We give you the tools to do it. And I just look back and I'm like, man, if I'd have been able to talk to people the way we do today, I could have maybe wrote $50,000 a month. But you know, my biggest month, I think back in the day, was 2 months. I wrote like 74,000 in a 2-month period, which was a lot. It was a lot back in the day, but You know, we've got people today that's just killing it. I mean, we got new people that's never even been in the insurance business coming in and killing it
69
because we got a duplicatable system.
Yes.
You what now?
I say Jalecia Lowe, 69,000.
You know, it's amazing to be in the top 10 last month. You had to produce an issue over 50,000. I haven't looked at production from last month. I know it was a great month, but I haven't looked at an individual yet. But it won't surprise me if it's not the same thing. Because I do know some people, because I talked to during the month, was just killing it again.
Yes.
You know, it's amazing when you can be anywhere in the world, anywhere, and take a lead and make a sale.